So you want a custom look, but you live in an apartment and you're feeling extremely limited? This video is for you. Now, I don't know about you, but I just don't like, I don't like coming into a space or just life in general, just handing me something and I feel like I just have to accept it because I just have no personal agency and I just can't control anything. Please, that one is not my portion. Please, me, I have dominion. Okay. So even in the space, I don't care if it's an apartment. If I don't like something, best believe I'm going to try everything that I can to support the vision that I have in my mind. I'm not just going to accept my apartment as I am, the walls how they are, everything's how it is. I'm going to change as much things as I can so that it supports that vision. And if that's how you're thinking too, you probably want to stick around, okay? But before I continue, my name is Jumoke Win. I'm a first-gen homemaker, mommy to two winners, and on this channel, we teach you how to create a luxury home one intentional decision at a time. So let's get into the video. Now, the first upgrade that you can do is peel and stick wallpaper. I don't know where this was when I was younger. Like, this is so just peel and stick wallpaper. I promise you, it completely changes and transforms a space. I put peel and stick wallpaper in our living room, in the dining room, and in the bathroom. And especially that I have black, so it's such a heavy contrast. It completely transformed the space that when people walk in, they're like, whoa, it's nice. Now, okay, now with the living room, the peel and stick wallpaper is looking kind of crazy because I should have just painted it and then painted it back. Now, okay, before I continue, let me just say, you know what I'm saying? Let me say that really go and talk to your landlord or go look into your terms and conditions of what you can and can't do. I don't want you to go painting walls. And even if you paint it back, it was like a breach in contract. Please, I don't want to be liable. Though. Don't say Jumoke said go and do this and go and do that. Please go and talk to somebody, okay? I'm just telling you what's me and my husband, what we did, okay? But peel and stick wallpaper is great. I had some contact paper left over from when we lived in Vegas, and I tried to use that, but then I said, oh, this is a mess. But I really start like, you know, like when you just start something, you got to commit to it. Like halfway through it, I'm like, oh my God, this is such a like gut job. Like I really should have just painted the walls white. And I wanted to paint it white. Well, one, I don't really care for the gray beige look that they had going on. Like it was giving early millennium. Like it was okay, but like it just wasn't what I was looking for. And plus, I also wanted to have wire covers to cover the wires of the TV because I don't want just black wires on the wall. And sure, could I have just like painted the wire covers the same color as the wall? Yeah, but you know, so that's what I did. And then for the dining room, I used this. It's called like satin black. Oh my gosh, it completely like the dining room is probably one of the most elegant rooms in our whole apartment. And then in the bathroom, I used crocodile print black peel and stick wallpaper to put on the walls. Now, in the bathroom, it's kind of like a little bit janky, a little bit, just because the walls in the bathroom are a little bit textured, but it's holding up for now. Okay. Now, in some places, it's kind of, it's not looking the best, but I do think it's a major upgrade from what we had prior. So peel and stick wallpaper is something that you can get. Go on Amazon. Really look, there's so many different types of peel and stick wallpapers. You can even do peel and stick for your backsplash in your kitchen. Those are some great ways that you can definitely upgrade your apartment. So next in the same category is contact paper for your countertops. Now, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out what we're going to do with these little Tuscan, you know, early millennium, giving 2005. It's giving Gen X, you know, countertops. Like it's not terrible, but it's definitely not my style. I would have preferred maybe some marble or quartz looking countertops, but you can just buy, again, peel and stick contact paper, put them on the countertop, and that can change the entire look of your space. Now, if you are going to do one in the kitchen, I would recommend that you would get one that says that it's like heat resistant, because in the kitchen, we're probably going to put our pots and pans on the countertop and you don't want it to burn a hole through the peel and stick contact, or the contact paper rather. So you do want to make sure that it has some type of flame resistance so it's not going to just melt through. And when it comes to your bathroom, if you're going to do contact paper where there is water, you might want to seal it up with some chalk, where especially where the sink is, so that water does not get in and through and then it lifts and then mold. You don't want all that. So you probably want to use some chalk, which you can really get at Walmart. You can get at the Dollar Tree. Just get some chalk. Once you're done cutting everything up, use a X-Acto knife, a box cutter. Make sure that it's smooth and then use the chalk so that it is all nice and smooth and pretty. Number 3 is that you want to hang your curtains high. You want your curtains to be ceiling to the floor. I mean, you can kind of know if you ask your leasing office or when you were looking for your apartment, they probably tell you how tall your ceilings are. I think most standard ceiling heights are about 8 feet, but if you have super tall ceilings or ceilings that are taller than normal, you can just get that information maybe from your leasing office or whatnot. But this is important so that it gives you that custom look. So when you are hanging or you're drilling in your curtain rod, you definitely want to drill it high. Okay, as high as you can, not on top of the window because it can make your space look a little bit unfinished, right? So if you want a little bit more elegant look, then you want to make sure that the curtain is all the way to the ceiling and goes to the floor. And you can get ceiling to floor curtains, Amazon, Walmart. Yeah. Okay, number 4, similar category, but in your shower, in your bathroom, you want to double up your curtain so that it gives a fuller look and it gives a more elegant and a polished look. So what I see most people do is that when they buy shower curtains, they only buy one pack of shower curtains and it looks not the best. Like, sure, it can work, but you want two so that it has that fuller look. So what I did in our guest bath is in the inside of the guest bath is a liner, but then we hung shower curtains, beige shower curtains all the way to the ceiling. Remember, you got to make sure that goes all the way to the ceiling. And then we use 2 packs of ceiling to floor curtains so that it can give that fuller look. It can give that luxurious look. It can give a little bit more of an elegant look. So that's what I would recommend if you want a more elegant custom feel to your home. You can get the tension rods. That's what I bought, a tension towel rod, so that it's not drilling into the tile or anything like that. And then the 2-pack ceiling to floor shower curtains. Number 5 is that you want to change your light fixtures. Now, before I continue, okay, it's actually not hard to change the lighting fixtures, but I understand a lot of people may not feel comfortable with this because a lot of people are real scary, right? And even my husband, like, I asked my husband to do this for us and he was just like, why we gotta do all this, right? Like, he knew how to do it, but people are a little bit nervous when it comes to electrical things. So if you want to skip this one, that's fine. I just think that changing your light fixtures though probably is going to give, after peel and stick wallpaper, this is probably going to transform your space like nothing I've seen in apartment rentals. Is if you change your light fixtures, which is not hard or extremely expensive to do. I mean, depends on what you feel like is expensive. I think like $100 for a light fixture, or I think that $50 to $100 for a light fixture is not too bad because you're not changing every single light fixture, just the major ones. I think that can add something to your space. So you can watch videos on YouTube on how to change a light fixtures. All you have to do is go to the electrical box, make sure that you turn off those lights in that room, whatever room that you're about to change the light fixture. You unscrew it, take it out. You just make sure that the wires are properly connected. And again, if you feel uncomfortable doing that, go ahead and hire an electrician to do that. It's something that you can do on your own, but I understand why people feel hesitant. So please, again, don't, if you have to, just go and ask somebody. Don't, something goes wrong and you blame Jumoke, please don't blame me. I'm just telling you what I did. I'm telling you what's possible. And I'm giving you options of how you can navigate it on your own. So if you got to get the electrician, go ahead and do that. If you think that it's against your policy, then don't do it. We just take the old light fixtures and we put it in the guest closet. In the guest room, we put that in the closet, and that's just what we do. But we have changed the light fixtures in the dining room, which was the biggest eyesore for me because, again, it's giving Tuscan, it's giving 2000, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving This place was created with Gen X in mind, but not like millennials and zillennials. You know what I'm saying? You have to change something. You know, I wanted something a little bit modern. Change that light fixture. Change the light fixtures also in the bathroom. So we put some bubble lights in the bathroom vanity on two of them. I wanted to change the big light too, but the fixture that I had, I felt like it was a little bit too small. It was modern, but it was too small. It didn't really match. So it might look better in a closet versus in the bathroom. I'll have to figure that out. But yes, change your light fixtures if you want a more custom look. Okay, number 6. This is again a similar category, but we want to layer with warm lighting. So we want to we want to make sure that the lighting that we have throughout the house is on the warmer side and versus the cooler side, just simply because warmer is more inviting, it's more luxe, it's more elegant. When you have bright white lights, daytime bulbs, they're good for doing things that you need to see in, maybe like in the kitchen. I don't know, right? Like in the kitchen, it makes sense, but in the bedrooms, in the bathrooms, in the living rooms, you probably want a more warmer light because it gives a more cozier feeling. It gives a more intentional feeling. So I would say buy the warmer bulbs, and just changing your bulbs can definitely change the feel of your home and make it feel more intentional and custom. Okay, number 7 is peel and stick flooring. So you can also change your flooring. If you have some tiles that, again, we don't want life to just be happening to us. We don't want to just accept anything that life gives us. We want to take dominion, hello, in every situation that we're in. So if you got some floors that is just some white tile, this is not looking cute, it's not looking cutesy, you can change them. I actually have some tiles that I got all the way back in Vegas. I don't know where to use them because in this apartment now we have faux wood floors where we need it, like in the bathroom, in the kitchen, and in the entryway and in the laundry room, which makes sense for us to have tile. Everywhere else is carpet. But I don't mind the faux wood tiles. I think it actually looks rather nice. In our apartment, though, the tiles were not that great. And I wanted to change the tiles in the bathroom. I just never got around to doing it. So you can get some marble tile. You can get faux wood tile if you want. If you don't like the flooring of your apartment, and let's not put tile on carpet. I don't know. That's not making sense to me. But if you just have some type of hard surface that you want to change, I would definitely recommend getting some faux wood, faux tiles, right? Faux tiles, peel and stick. You can take them off when it's time to move out. Okay, so number 8 is wire covers. This is so underrated, but I understand that we can't drill through we can't put the wires through the walls, right? Or through the ceilings. But we don't want just black wire, just wires just hanging out everywhere. Like it looks very messy. It looks very unkept. So an easy fix is simply just to get wire covers. There are wire covers in our living room. I think I mentioned that earlier. And we just put that so that all the wires just come down seamlessly and it's not distracting. Most people actually don't even realize it until we point it out. They're like, oh, okay. Where we hung our pendant lights over the bars, yes, the apartment did not come with that. It was just this black wire. So we put wire covers on top of the wires where the lamps are. And you can just put that anywhere that there are visible wires that you would rather not be seen. I would definitely recommend some wire covers. It gives your home a more custom and intentional feel. Okay, now number 9, don't sleep, don't sleep. Oh yeah, wake up. Number 9 is borders for your bathroom windows. Now, you can use some tape and just make it just look like, again, intentional. Like, oh wow, you bought that huge mirror for this bathroom. It wasn't just a slab of mirror that is so builder grade and they just put up anywhere. Now, the reason I sighed is because I tried to do that in our guest bath and I bought some tape, some border tape. I bought some gold border tape and I did one side of the bathroom, but it wasn't giving, right? Like it's like I haven't fully committed to it, which is why I haven't bought another roll. And I think I need to make a decision soon because it's just like it looks a little bit unfinished now in the bathroom, but I just don't think that it works for our bathroom. I think that the tape is probably a little bit too thick because there's a huge slab of mirror at the bottom. Why did they put it like that? I don't know, because the mirror in our master bath doesn't look the same, but that slab of mirror just looks like, what is that one? And it just, and then they have the things to make the what is it called? I don't want to say the hooks, the things to attach the mirror to the wall. It don't even look good. So I don't know. I don't know, but that's something that you can do. Maybe you don't have the issues that I have and your mirror is just a slab of mirror. It's tape. Once it's time to leave and move out, you can literally just take it off. So it's a great custom detail if you choose to do that. Okay, now the last tip that I can give you for a more custom apartment is personalization. Now, I am in the middle of making a series for branding your home. So I'm going to go way more in detail when it comes to what I'm talking about now. But just to give you a little bit of a appetizer, about what we're going to talk about, you can also just start to brand things in your home. Things like creating a family logo, creating a crest, and using that crest and that logo on different things in your home, like towels or robes or pantry label stickers, things of that nature. I think that can add such a custom touch. Like, again, like, oh, okay, we not just in the boondocks, we're not in the boonies. We in somebody's house. We in an image bearer's house. We in a kingdom citizen's house. You want people to come into your house like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, God's daughter live up here. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So these are just 10 tips, 10 apartment upgrades that you can do to make your home look custom. Let me know, what was your favorite tip? What is the tip that you're going to implement? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure that you do subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.